Welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. It's Saturday morning and we've got a really busy show in store for you today. Yes, we're going to be taking a look back at United's win against Leicester. 2-1 win in the FA Cup. Oh my God, was it nail-biting? Was this performance... It was awful, wasn't it? It was an awful performance. I mean, most of the fans in the Old Trafford Stadium were not happy with the performance, but we did get the win, and that was the most important thing. It's a cup competition. Of course, even teams like Leicester and Leicester teams will turn up for this cup competition. It's the FA Cup, and no matter what team it is, it's not going to be an easy win. So we got the win. We got that goal from Harry Maguire, which was a very lucky goal because let's be honest, he was miles offside. Also in today's show, we're going to be taking a look back at the transfer window that's just closed, the January transfer window. Did United do enough business, or will they regret this? Will they regret not going out there and signing a new striker? We've heard Koulibaly, who's gone to Juventus. They had an option to sign him, but he's gone off to Juventus and he's doing really well. We've also have Matthias Tell. He might be facing us in the next game with Spurs. He's joined Spurs. United again had the option to buy him, but they didn't agree terms with Bayern Munich. They didn't want to have him on loan and not have an option to buy, but then it turns out that Tottenham have got an option to buy. So nothing makes sense. Make sense of it if you can. We're going to be discussing transfer business that United did and did not do. Will they regret certain things? Will they not? And what can Man United fans expect from this summer transfer window? We're hearing different reports. Some reports saying that United are going to have a big war chest to go out there and sign lots of players, and then we're hearing that United will have no money, and in fact they're going to stick to what they just did in the January transfer window, which is they're just going to have to rely on sales to then bring in somebody. If that is the case, I'm telling you right now, fans will not be happy. United need to go out there and back this manager. We cannot bring in the likes of Ruben Amorim to this club, force him out of Sporting, and then expect him to just cook with the team that we've got. He already said that this team is the issue. He's confirmed it. Look, this is the worst team in United's history. I think it is. I genuinely think it is, and he's come out and said it. If a manager comes out and says that, you need to back him and you need to go out there and bring in new players. And there's the likes of Eriksen and Casemiro. These guys are retirement age. They should be out of United. They should be going and playing in other leagues like MLS or something. They should not be in the Premier League where it's physical, where it's hard, it's tough, and especially in that midfield. You need to run yourself ragged, and these guys can't do that. Anyway, first, let's take a look back at the game yesterday. Everyone's talking about it. Yes, it's that Harry Maguire goal. He was miles offside, but there's no VAR in FA Cup. Thank God for that, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's offside. That's offside. Oh no, it's offside. But then no VAR. Oh, what's going to happen there? So the goal was given despite it being offside. I think United deserved it. On the run of play, I think United deserved it. I think United in the second half were a lot better and they were knocking on Leicester's door. Look, if Leicester got another second goal, it might have been a different story, but United are always a threat when it comes to the last 10 minutes. And, well, they started playing really good. And I think Garnacho had one of his better games for United recently. I think he played really well. He was causing a lot of trouble to the Leicester defence. And Diallo was quiet, but they kept him quiet. I think they marked him out of the game. And who else played really well? I think Zirkzee came on and really showed what he's made of. He's got really good control of the ball. He dribbles really well. And he's got a few skills in him. And I like that. I really liked Zirkzee's performance yesterday. Another player that I thought played really well was Harry Maguire. Not only did he get the goal, I thought he was really good defensively. And as for Rasmus Højlund, well, we all know he is struggling. He's struggling to even get a goal. You could see he's desperate to get a goal, but he's just not got that movement. He just doesn't have the ability to pick out the spaces like a striker should be doing. A striker should know exactly what position to be in, and his attacking sense is just not there. Of course, with time, that hopefully will come, but right now his movement is not first class, and he needs to work hard on getting that movement, because until he doesn't sort that movement out, he's not going to get the goals that he really should be getting. But let's be honest, it wasn't a vintage United performance. It was awful. It was an awful performance. Another performance where you start thinking Ruben Amorim really needs to do something with this team. He's not showing us what he can do, but maybe he's just sticking to his formation, his tactics, and he wants the players to play that. And he's already warned us. He did say that we're going to go through a storm and we're going to go through a tough period. Maybe this is that period, and he did warn us, and hopefully he can get something better out of this team by the end of the season. If not, we do need to bring in new players, which I think he will. I think Ineos will be forced to go and buy new players for him. We desperately need a new striker, and they're going to have to get one. We've needed a new striker for at least two seasons now, and we haven't done that. It's just heads gone, isn't it? It's heads gone. They've bought everyone but a striker. Let us know in the comments below if you think the same. Do you think United need a striker? And do you feel that United, if they don't buy a striker, are doomed? I feel they are. I feel they're doomed if they do not go out there and buy a new striker. Also, in yesterday's match, we got to see the new signing left back Dogu. He played well in the first half. He got taken off. That was a good move, I think, for Amorim. He had to give him a bit of exposure, take him off, and just slowly integrate him into this team. He can't clearly come on and play at 90 minutes. That's not fair on him or this United team. But overall, look, United deserve the win, and I'm happy that they're through to the next round, and we can look forward to playing another game in the FA Cup and defend the title. Now, this FA Cup game came after the January transfer window closed, and there was lots and lots of drama in the January transfer window. The number one drama, of course, was Marcus Rashford, and we finally heard Ruben Amorim come out and discuss why Marcus Rashford wasn't fitting into his plans. And he kind of said it like he always says. I like Ruben Amorim because he's honest. He's just honest, and he says it like it is. And he said that, look, Marcus Rashford didn't see football like I do, and that's it. That's the only reason why Marcus Rashford didn't fit into Ruben Amorim's plan. Of course, we know Marcus Rashford wasn't working hard enough. He's now gone to Aston Villa on loan. Let's hope he does well. I really do. I really hope that Marcus Rashford does well, gets his just desserts, gets some goals, and hopefully Aston Villa come out and buy him, because that's what the end goal is for Man United. And I agree. Look, we need to get these players sold. If they're not going to play for United, or they're not going to give their all, we need to at least make some money on them, because we've got to think with our heads. If the heart's not in it, if Marcus Rashford doesn't want to play for United, let's not force him to do so. One thing is for sure, look, I don't blame Marcus Rashford for leaving now. I really don't. I look at this United team and I look at the setup behind it, and I'm not talking about, the sporting director or Ruben Amorim or someone else or the CEO. I'm talking about the ownership here. I'm talking about the Glazers. I'm talking about Ineos. And I think Marcus Rashford has been looking on for a couple of years and realised that this is not going to change. The ownership are taking this club down the wrong hole. And we all, as fans, can see this as well. And we have kicked off about it. We've all know that the Glazers are not good for this club, and we have been making an issue of it. But look, Marcus Rashford clearly has thought, right, I'm not going to stay at this club with this ownership, and I'm going to leave. I don't think he had particularly anything against Ruben Amorim and Ruben Amorim against Marcus Rashford. It's just that Marcus Rashford has given up on the ownership. And this was well before Ruben Amorim arrived. It's just that it happens to be that Ruben Amorim came in and realised that, look, Marcus Rashford is not in the right frame of mind and he wants to leave. So why am I going to force him to play in my team? That's what's happened. So let's not get things mixed up. Let's not think, Ruben Amorim's come in and thought, right, I'm getting rid of Marcus Rashford. This was long on the table before Ruben Amorim arrived. Now, one player that United did not sign, failed to sign, was a striker, and that's been the biggest problem for United, hasn't it? We can still see it. We still can't score enough goals, and it's because we haven't got an out-and-out top world-class striker, and I think they missed a trick here. I think United should have gone out and bought someone or loaned someone like Patel. They could have gone out there and got someone like Koualo Muani. They could have got many strikers that are still available. We could have brought someone on loan. Anybody would have done the job. Right now, we need options and we haven't got them. I mean, Rasmus Højlund and Zertsky are just simply not the options you want on the bench or on the pitch. We need a top striker and we haven't got one. And without that, I think our season is over. We're going to struggle even to get through these next few games with the FA Cup. We've got Tottenham next. Let us know in the comments below what you think about all this transfer window that's just gone by. Do you think United will regret not signing a striker? Or do you think Ruben Amorim can make do with the squad of players he's got? That is it for today's show. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. You're watching the Man United Stream channel, a channel by the fans for the fans.